Yeah.
That's it. Now she's going up to the office. There you go.
Scars make us who we are. Yes, they do. Our scars make us who we are. Yes, they do. They take us to the future, yet our past does not seem far. Though they make her deep, our wounds they still bleed, or they bleed. Though they make her deep, our wounds they still bleed. There's a new life ahead, so plant it like a seed. We all have our wounds that we suffer every day, each and every day. We all have our wounds that we suffer every day. So tomorrow is tomorrow, and we dream another way, a whole new way.
Hello, my name is Flo Woolston. I was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at the Hahnemann Hospital at 4:35 a.m. on a Saturday, August 25th, 1917. As a small child, I remember we lived at 4958 North Franklin Street, which was about 10 blocks from a very well-known Broad Street. That's where the railroad was. I remember also I think I was around 3 years old, I took off from the house. I ran away from the home, and I went to a particular dancing school that was right at Broad Street near the railroad station. And I told the dance instructress there, after I found my way there, that I wanted to be a dancer. I didn't say ballet dancer or tap dancer or any type of dancer. All I knew was I wanted to be a dancer. She said to me, "Little girl, do you know where you live?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "Do you know your mother's first name?" I said, "Yes." "Do you know your last name?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Well, I'm going to try to find your mother." They found my mother and brought me back to the house, and I was highly reprimanded. My father, his name was Eli Litton, and he was a very outgoing individual. He got to know an awful lot of people in New York. He knew a lot of the shopkeepers and a lot of the restaurant owners. And he delighted spending time with them because he loved a good time, he loved a good meal, and he loved a good drink. And to this day, I remember how outgoing he was. When we would go out, when I would go out with my father between shows or after hours, because he would wait for me sometimes, after hours, 2:33 in the morning, he would meet me at the stage door, and we'd go to different places that were still open, and they all knew him. A lot of these shop owners, bar owners, restaurant owners, and they all thought I was his girlfriend. And we used to have a wonderful time. It's a shame my poor mother couldn't enjoy her life, because at an early age she developed what is known today as Alzheimer's. So the poor soul never enjoyed her life. As I got older, as I was working, and as she got older, she didn't even know who I was. That's sad. My dad was born in Russia, and he came to the United States when he was 16 years old. He came here all by himself. I never knew the rest of the story concerning how he got here. However, I do know that when he came here, he went right to Connecticut and lived with a Catholic family, and the man of the house was a sheriff. I don't know where, but somewhere in Connecticut. My father lived with them and went to church with them, and I don't know anything more except that from what I understand, when he was older, he moved to Philadelphia on his own. How the rest of the family got here, I do not know. But my dad, coming from Russia, Kiev, which is still in existence this day, did not speak any Russian. And he had, as he got older, absolutely no foreign accent. He was a typical American. I used to say to him, Dad, tell me a few words in Russian. He said, I can't, because I can't speak it and I don't understand it. He was a very, very lively person and a very happy person. And he incidentally did know a few people in Baltimore while he lived in New York. So I insisted, as he got older, he'd come to Baltimore and live with me in my house, which reluctantly, and after a few months, he decided he would do that. He came to Baltimore. He was very comfortable in my home. He had a few friends here that he knew from business. And he had the best time here. Unfortunately, he passed away at 98 years old, and I do miss him terribly. He was a wonderful, wonderful friend, companion, but the best thing, a good, wonderful father. In the 30s, things are a lot different than they are today. Life is so much easier today. For example, personal items, things that our dancers would have to camouflage. Today, you don't have to camouflage anything, and I'm talking about personal hygiene. Things were entirely different. You have to remember, we kicked high kicks, we did splits, we had to be protected, even though at certain times of the month it was difficult for us because we didn't have the conveniences that you have today with personal items. We even made some of our own costumes and put them together. Backstage was different. We had no air conditioning. Our refrigeration was just an old ice box with a chunk of ice at the top that it would leak through when it melted, go to the bottom in a pan. Finally, when the refrigerators first came out with the motor on top, everybody couldn't believe it. Was like a phenomenon, a miracle. So today everything is made so easy for everyone. Your living quarters, your shows, your costumes, everything is different. Your props, if you know what props are, the props are so modified today. In our day, everybody would come out and put a prop out in front of you. Today it's all on automatic electronics. It's just wonderful today compared to those days. I remember even the subway system, which was 5 cents from one end of the city to the other. Today, I don't know, I think it's about almost $5 to ride the subway. So you can see it's a different world today. Your screen is different, your movies are different, your sound systems are different. You should enjoy and appreciate these modern, wonderful things. As a reminder, what I was talking about prior, when we performed on stage, we didn't have the modern objects such as Kotex, Tampax. We used to use bales of cotton and make sure that they were secure, these bales of cotton, so that during that particular time of the month, we wouldn't have any problem. We didn't have antibiotics like we have today, or any of these modern things. Today you have teleprompters to tell you what to say. In those days we did not have it. We had on a tripod words to tell you what to say. It's a different world today, and I'm glad that it's more modern and much more convenient for performers. While I was working at the Republic Theater for the Minsky family, they decided they were going to build a beautiful new theater around 51st and Broadway called the Oriental Theater. While that was being built, we were vacating the original theater, the Republic at 42nd and Broadway. From what I can remember, we borrowed a few months so we could perform at the Apollo Theater at 125th Street in Harlem. We were there almost 3 months. At the time we were there, the name was transferred over from the Apollo to the Triborough Theater, at that time called Minsky's Triborough Theater. But it was originally the Apollo. Once our new theater was completed and we moved into our new theater, the Apollo Theater went back to its original name from Triborough to Apollo. So you see, we can truthfully say I worked at the Apollo Theater, which is world famous. In my show business wanderings, I made friends with a wonderful band leader who was very popular by the name of Louis Prima. His band did a little different type of entertainment than most of the bands did in that era. He had a band that was very funny. His music was, even though it was jazz, he made fun of it all. And he was himself the entertainer. He was the front of the band. He was a very remarkable person, and a very likable person, and a very simple and plain person, had no conceit in him. He was a very friendly person. I was in the business with him, however, I was not with the band. I was a dancer. I worked in nightclubs and originally started my era in burlesque, in the early days of burlesque. But as far as Louis Prima, when I got married and moved away, I lost track of him.
All right, today is May 1st, 2018, and I got Flo something very special that I had requested months ago, but I guess since everyone has been getting fired from the place, they were a little tardy on getting this to me. So they sent this to me. Read where the address says it's from. Yeah, put your glasses on, I should tell you that.
Let me put my glasses on.
What does the address say up top? Up top? No, not my address. The address on the envelope. Turn around. Turn the envelope around up top. Yes, where your thumb is. But what does it say? What does it say? Nobody knows. What does it say?
From the White House.
Okay, thank you. The people at home aren't going to know what it says. Don't get a paper cut now. And once you're bleeding, I got to put a tourniquet on you. Boy, I could never let you do a Academy Award.
When
you take
did you
forever.
get this?
I just got it yesterday. Come on, open it up. The film's going to run out.
I just want to look it over again.
No, open it up and find out what it says, please. My film's about to run out.
What do you think they mail me?
I don't know. Well, open it up and you tell us. You got ESP. No, turn it around. What does it say? Well, can you read it out loud? Because I don't know what it says either.
Happy 100th birthday. Congratulations on this wonderful occasion. We wish you and your loved ones a beautiful, glorious day. We hope your heart is filled with joy, knowing you have experienced this country's greatest history. The freedom and affection of family and friends over a long, well-lived life. Your American century is a proud part of ours. What does it say? A part of our national remarkably story. We are inspired by your continued strength and spirit as we join your family and friends in celebrating this tremendous milestone. God bless you and happy birthday with best wishes.
Well, who's it signed? Is it from
Donald Trump.
Okay.
I don't believe it.
All right, turn it around so the camera can see.
I'm in a state of shock.
All right, well, we don't want you having a heart attack. We want you to get into 101, so. All right. So that was your surprise. So sorry it took so long, but you know, hey. Okay, today is July the 11th, 2018, and you're going to see someone you hadn't seen in about 80 years.
No, more than that, 98 years.
Well, you said Alan was 2 years old, so he's 82 now, so about 80, it was 80 years since the last time you saw him. So how are you feeling? And we're going over to D.C.?
I'm very happy, I feel okay, and I'm looking forward to seeing him. Very much so.
So anything special you're going to say to him?
Oh, a lot of things I'm going to say special. Absolutely, I'm going to say very many things. If he has time enough to listen.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it'll be a very pleasant experience. Come here.
Nice that you took all the trouble to come out tonight. Thank you.
Since you were 2 years old, running backstage at the Republic Theater, and your father was a song and dance man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And what city was it?
New York, when he worked at the
Republic
Theater.
in New York?
Minsky's, when he worked for Minsky's.
Yeah. Was that on 2nd Avenue?
No, it was 42nd Broadway.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he would sing Stairway to the Stars.
Oh, yeah.
And I would be dancing. Unbelievable, wasn't it? And you had Flora.
Well,
the dark
the floor
room,
would...
the nurse, take care of you. You were, she was your little.
Oh, I don't even know about her.
So I'm telling you what you don't know.
Flora
Her name was Flora.
was my father.
My name was Flora, my true name, but her name was Flora. And she was a little dark woman with dark hair. And she used to run after you backstage.
I didn't even know they had anybody. I thought the comics took care of it.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm 101 now.
I got
And you're what's it?
I'm
78?
82. I have my father's sister is about 101.
Oh God, your father was handsome.
Yeah, I
He
know.
was gorgeous.
In those days, they thought he was Cary Grant.
Life goes on.
Yeah, well, good for you. I'm so
It was
glad.
so good to see you.
Great to see
Take
you.
care of yourself, Ethan.
Thank you. That's very sweet.
Remember you called me when I was in the hospital?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was
It was in November.
in November. I spoke to you, and then you were nice enough to talk to her about phone. I showed you the photo album. Yeah, and I left the.
You're okay now?
I'm okay. I had a bad knee, that's all. At my age, I'm lucky.
You're telling me. Knees hurt. They hurt.
It hurts a little. But you know, you live. You make the best of everything.
That's great. That's a good attitude.
Give us a kiss. Thank you. Letter from Alan Alda. Today is my 101st birthday, August 25th, 2018. I'm going to open it and read it, and I'm just so thrilled to hear from him. Now, let's see what it says. Dear Flo, thank you for bringing me back to my earliest days. You're very kind, and I enjoyed meeting you again after all these years. All my very best to you, Alan Alda. Talking again about Liberace. He was on his way upstairs to stardom. I, in the interim, was running around hither and yon, and did get married in the interim. We lost track of each other because he went out to California and I was still in New York. It was when my daughter was almost 9 years old. We went to Atlantic City. And Lee was appearing at the 500 Club in Atlantic City, which was a very famous club at those days. We decided, my husband and I, we were going to go have an evening out and surprise Lee after so many years, almost 9 years. We go to the club, wonderful time, and I called the manager over and gave the manager a note written by me to give to Lee. He came back not but 5 minutes later, and he said he escorted us backstage to Lee's dressing room, where Lee and I, after so many years, picked up from where we left off from the older days. His mother was there, his brother George, who was a drummer, was there. We were in his dressing room for at least an hour and a half chatting until it was time for him to appear to the audience. It was his most wonderful time. At that time he said to me, pack up and come out to California, where he was living at that time. I said, Lee, it's very difficult for me to do that. I have a child, I have my home in the East, I've given up show business. He said, give it all up and come out, which I did not do, which I should have done, not given up my family, but gone out to the West Coast. Quite recently, I had mentioned to a very dear friend of mine that I remember a wonderful restaurant, but they only specialized in cheesecake. And I remember as a small child, I always loved cheesecake, and my father used to bring it to me when I was a little kid growing up in New York. I hadn't had it for years, from the time I worked in New York, left New York, moved around the country here, and finally wound up in Baltimore. And I happened to mention this to a friend of mine who is a very dear friend, as I just said a moment ago. He'd gone to New York on a business trip, and lo and behold, when he came back from the New York business trip, he came over to see me and brought me a large slice of Lindy's cheesecake, which was the most wonderful thought in this whole wide world. I was overwhelmed with surprise. It's still, to this day in my old age, the best cheesecake anyone would ever want to taste.
Hey Flo, you know where I am? You told me to come up to Lindsay's. I want to get a surprise for you. As they still have it up here, world famous cheesesteak, right here on 7th and 53rd. So let's go in and see what they got. Got the guy open the door for me? Let's see the cheesecakes that they got here. So I'm going to bring you a treat back to Baltimore, and wow, they look pretty good. You said you like regular cheesecake, plain. So let's see what it is. You got cherry, that's carrot cake there. We got blueberry, cherry, and plain cheesecake. They got some other goodies up here too, so we'll see what we can bring. Strawberry, they got Oreo cookie cheesecake, brownie cheesecake, pineapple cheesecake, plain cheesecake. So many choices, but so little money. So whatever I bring back you'll like, so you just have to see what I bring you back. About Lindsay.
When I was a young kid, I remember Lindy's. They were known for their cheesecakes. They were the best ever. And every time we would go downtown to around 42nd Street when I was a child, my parents would take me when my mother was well and my dad had time. We would always go into Lindy's. And as a little girl, my mouth always watered until we got there. And I was so surprised that Lindy's is still there when I asked my dear, dear, beloved friend Kevin, when he went up to New York, to please check and see if they're still there. And to my total shock, they're still there. And I wish I was there, that I could sit down, have a cup of coffee, and all different types of their pies. They are the best ever.
Well, I did something better. I bought you cheesecake back from
Kevin.
Lindy's.
Oh,
Open it up.
Kevin.
Open it up. Don't go having a heart attack now. We want you to make it to 101. She's 100 years old. People at Lindy's.
Kevin, darling, I love you. You brought me back. Oh,
You said you wanted plain. Oh, take it out so people can see what it looks like.
speechless.
Well, that's pretty hard to beat.
For me, yes. I want you to have some.
No, that's okay. That's yours. Enjoy it. Open it up so people can see what the top looks
Oh,
like.
please have
Open it
some.
up. Open it up. Open it
Kevin,
up.
darling,
Open it up. Open it up.
I
I'm
don't
doing
want
the
to open
film.
it if you're going to have a piece. I'll
Yeah,
open it.
open it up. You don't have to eat it all in one bite. Turn it the other way. Don't be dropping that. The other way around. Turn it the other way. Towards you. Keep turning. Keep turning. Keep turning. I think that's the other way out. Yeah, don't drop that cake. Yes. So we can see the slice
Please.
of the plain cheesecake that they had. The lady gave me a fresh piece. As I make sure, because this lady's 100 years old and she used to live up in New York and used to come here as a kid. So there it is. Dun.
I'm absolutely stunned.
Well, taste it to see if it still tastes
I
good.
want you to have some.
Eat some so we got you on tape. Maybe it's not even good anymore. I don't know.
Kevin,
Does it taste good still?
it's the same taste as when I was very young. I can remember.
So that was in the 1930s.
Absolutely the best ever.
And when you used to work for Minsky's, you used to go up there too.
Once in a while, yes. It is so delicious. I'm no words. No words.
Go ahead, bite into it.
I want you to have some.
Don't worry about me. Just go ahead. I'm filming.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Don't eat that whole thing for dinner either.
Are you
You'd have a
kidding?
stomach ache.
I'm going to save part of it.
Yes, it's still on 7th Avenue and 53rd.
It is out of this world.
Right near Times Square, not far
That's
away.
right. The same taste, the same everything.
All right. All right. Enjoy. So,
Thank you.
live from Baltimore, we brought New York to be more. Charm City, the Big Apple, comes to Baltimore. Charm City. Flo's eating her plain cheesecake from Lindy's.
Lindy's, yes.
Yes. All
Yes.
right.
Kevin, you brought me back not only a piece of New York, but a piece of the best cheesecake ever made by Lindy's. Oh, God. What a surprise. It really is.
All right. Flo said she was just going to have one
I wanna
piece
say-
or whatever. This is like a Scooby snack or drugs or something. She closed the top and then she's eating again.
No more.
You can't. Oh, okay. She keeps sneaking some. Put it in a bag and put it right there. Well, let's see. I'll hide it in the refrigerator.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
We come down for a midnight snack.
Are you kidding?
That's Lindy's cheesecake in New York.
No midnight snack. I'm going to try to edge that out for the next few days, like 2 or 3 spoons at a time.
Good luck.
You are an angel. You are so unbelievable. I remember answering a chorus call for Minsky's Follies. I went down to the audition and was taken. They accepted me. And I enjoyed working for the Minsky brothers. It was wonderful. And in the interim, I met this man who was a bookie, and he introduced me to so many people. One of them was, he took me to this fabulous place called Fat Man on the Hill in Harlem. The owner was Eddie Mallory and his wife was Ethel Waters. I did not know Ethel, but I did get to know Eddie very well. And he was a very likable, outgoing man. We had a wonderful time with him always. Also, I got to know a lot of wonderful people through this friend that was a bookie. He really introduced me to ever so many people. I worked for Minsky until they closed up in 1939. They closed all their theaters.
Blow it out. Blow out the candle first. All right, there we go. Now we can put it on.
Let me just...
All right, Flo and I are having some mimosas, so go ahead and give your speech again.
What can I say?
Go ahead, what did you just say?
I just love it. We're, like Kevin said, we're each having a mimosa. It's darn good. And be happy. And everything will be wonderful.
And I fixed it. After 100 years, she hadn't had a mimosa. She's used to screwdrivers.
That's right. If it wasn't for Kevin,
Yeah.
I would never have a mimosa.
Yeah, so muzzle tough.
Mazel tov is right. And Verehrer and Git and the Orden of Gott. You should be happy and well in the eyes of God.
pearly gates, to you holding out your hands. I go to them pearly gates, to you holding out your hands. Had to leave me early, that's what the Lord had planned. Let me on the music go to suffer here in pain. Let me on the music go to suffer here in pain. Yeah. It hurts so bad, and on my heart the last stain. Now that we're together, don't you ever leave me no more. No. Now that we're together, don't you ever leave me no more. It hurts so bad, and many tears that I pour. pearl gates, to holding out your hands, your little hands. I go to them pearly gates, to holding out your hands. Why you left me early, I'll never understand. Had to leave me early, that's what the Lord had planned. Why you left me early?